Hello everybody, we are moving on to day 2 of our notes for unit 6, which is simplifying exponents. So last time, or in class, you learned about the laws of exponents and what to do with those. Now what you're going to learn is how to apply multiple laws within one problem. Okay? Now, I'm going to warn you, actually before I do this, I'm going to warn you that it looks a lot worse than it actually is. Like, a lot of the stuff that we've dealt with this year, some of the problems look very complicated. However, if you take it one step at a time and then reassess the problem as you go through it, the problem becomes a lot easier as you go. Now, if you try to take it on all at once, that's not going to end well for you. Okay, there's too many steps going on for you to process it in your brain. So you need to lay it out one step at a time. Find a law that you can do right away and get that done, and then rewrite the problem so you can see, look at something to reassess. Okay, because maybe things have changed and maybe new options are open to you as you look through it. Okay, now to simplify exponential expressions, which are basically things with exponents, there's not like a super specific order you have to follow, so a lot of you could have different work going on but still get the same answer. The main like golden rule is that you're kind of following like order of operations. You want to work from the inside out. Okay, because if you start with the inside, then all that stuff kind of like works itself out as you move out. Okay, is there anything else on this page? Guess not. So here's an example. We have h squared times h to the 7th being raised to the 0 power. So now we have same base being multiplied here. We also have double exponents going on. We also have a 0 exponent going on. There are different ways you can tackle this. Okay? But I know I can't multiply these two bases together and do anything with their exponents because this one's not really just a 7. It's also got the 0 there. Okay? So there's different ways you can handle it. The first thing I did is I just put that multiplication symbol in there just so I knew that it was multiplying. Because sometimes when it's not written in there, you kind of forget about it. So, two things you can do. You can go ahead and multiply these because you have two exponents with one base, which gives you 0. And then when you add them, so now you can add them because there's nothing else going on. They're just two powers being multiplied. 2 plus 0 gives you, what is all this going on? Oh yeah, h squared times, I did it. There's so many different ways you can do it. So you can go ahead and add them, which would be this way. 0 plus 2 is just h squared. The other way you can think of it is apply that 0 exponent first, which just changes that h to the 0 to a 1, which h squared times 1 is just h squared. Another thing you could have done is, because even though this is a power inside, because it's being raised to a 0, all of this automatically changes to a 1. So you could just start here. So like I said, there's lots of ways you can go for it. It's about tackling, it's really, you want to take care of those parentheses first. However you take care of it is up to you. However you want to deal with that first. Okay? So my simplest form would be h squared. So you guys are going to try this one on your own. It is a little bit more complicated, but deal with those parentheses first and then reassess what you can do. All right? Here's another example. This is a lot more complicated because we got power of product. We've got negative exponents in both of them in the wrong place. We've got a negative coefficient here. And then they don't want any negative exponents in this problem. So let's see what I did first. So I first distributed this 3 to the m and to the n. Now, I don't really need these parentheses here. I just left them to kind of keep them separated from the negative exponents because I didn't want to get confused and think they also had negative exponents. So I just left them in parentheses. I can get rid of them anytime I want. It's really just so it's for not grouping. I don't want to say grouping. It's just so I know where things are. Okay. Now, this guy has negative exponent, which means it's in the wrong place. So this k to the negative 3, just the k to the negative 3, should actually be in the bottom down here. And this p has negative exponent, which means it should actually be in the top up here. This negative 3, even though it's negative, it is not a negative exponent, so it's going to stay where it is. So now I'm going to go ahead and move the k to the right place and move the p to the right place. I'm not flipping anything. I'm just moving things to the right location. So now it's negative 3 still on the top, the m to the third and the n to the third are on the top. And now the p is in the right place, so it's a positive 8. And the k got moved to the right place, so it becomes a positive 3 for the exponent. Now, all these have different bases. I can't add or multiply any kind of exponents going on, or subtract or anything. So I just have to leave it as is. That is my simplified form. Okay? So it looks super complicated, but really there's only 2 laws I had to apply. Negative exponents and the power of product. So it wasn't too bad. Right? This one is try and run. It's actually like super easy. Because all you got to do is figure out what number this was to create this new exponent of negative 12. So you kind of have to work a little backwards and figure out like what operation had to happen here and what number would create that. Okay? I gave you a hint because it's supposed to be a negative. So that's it for the notes tonight. If you guys have questions, please write them down. We will practice this a lot. And just so you are aware, not next class, because next class we're going over this. The following class, we are doing a quest on exponents. So a lot of the stuff will just be like this, where it's asking you to apply either 1 or 2 laws, maybe a couple more laws, and working it out. Okay? So go ahead and give that a try, and we will go over the questions you guys have next class. Okay? Bye.